Get together for Nochebuena. Came to eat at my grandma's house when we were little. They roast a pig and they have a lechon asado, and then of course arroz con gris. The traditions was to have torrejas. Torrejas are basically like French toast, but my mother would get all bread and she slice it and she'd soak it in milk and eggs and sugar and cinnamon, and they would fry it. And then she would make a syrup and pour it over the torrejas and kept them for an hour or so before we would eat it, so the syrup would soak into the torrejas.
We would start cooking very early in the day. I'd probably say like even like 10 or 11. And when I was very, very much younger, there used to be a lot more Cubans that used to live in Albuquerque. So my dad, he had a junkyard, and so he would dig a pit in his junkyard, and they would like put the pig there with the spokes, and we would all like, you know, start the salsa music right away, be like dancing around this like pig that would be roasting all day. You know, we're drinking the Heinekens. That's what my dad loved to drink. We were like the Heinekens. Another thing that we would have sometimes is rabbits. I hate to say this because it's like so anti-environmental, but we would have like rabbits that, you know, my dad would kill or somebody else would kill. We would like hang them up and eat rabbit too. So we would start cooking. While we're cooking, we're all like dancing, you know, that was like the common thing, is putting on the Willy Chirino. Yeah, they love salsa. It would always be Los Bamban, all those types of salsa music. And then we would be separated into genders because that's very Cuban. You know, we'd have the women on one side, the men on one side. The men would be talking about manly things, and the women would be like discussing like el chisme or the gossip. So I would just like sit with my mom all day because I love, you know, Cuban culture. So I always like to be like in the thick of it and listening to everybody. So we would all just like keep dancing. We would take a break to eat. So we would have, you know, somebody would bring the congri, which like Maria was saying is like rice and black beans cooked together, so the rice turns black. Somebody would bring the fried plantain, someone brings the salad, and the yuca con mojo. I have a little picture of you too, the yuca. And then we would all assemble and eat. When that was done, we would put the dishes away, then we'd come back out and dance again, and that was like the height, or we would like dance the night away.
Amigos televidentes, con ustedes una vez más como siempre, Cocina al Minuto con recetas fáciles y rápidas de hacer. Hoy vamos a hacer que como yo quisiera que me recordaran como una maestra con la que soy.
Mi Biblia es Nitza Villapol. Esa es mi Biblia, que es el mismo libro que era de mi mamá.
Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Nitza Villapol era una señora cubana que tiene que haber sido en los años del 50, al principio de los años 50, escribió este libro en Cuba. Y todas las amas de casa cubanas tenían este libro de cocina, y ella añadía recetas y mejoraba sus recetas y usaba toda la comida de la isla. Así que todas sus recetas tienen que ver con cosas que existían en Cuba. Pero yo nada más que cocino con el libro de Nitza Villapol, que es lo que cocinaba mi mamá.
I have a basic Cuban cookbook that I refresh myself sometimes on some of the cooking in it. Villapol, he bought one and it's falling apart because we did use it quite a bit at first.
Yeah.
You know what, on one of my trips to Cuba, I was given this very old book, a recipe book, and I have looked through that, and then they talk about a lady, I think her last name is Villapol. I think everybody owns one of those books too. To me, it's very important to teach my girls about their Cuban culture.
Que es de una nominada Nitza Villapol. Ella era una dirigía un programa de recetas de comida por la televisión cubana durante muchos años. Ella explicaba cómo hacer cualquier cosa en la cocina. Incluso recuerdo un día que estaba explicando cómo cocinar calabazas, cosas que cualquier gente puede hacerlo fácilmente sin ninguna receta de cocina, pero la pobre no tenía otra cosa que explicar y había calabazas en el mercado y eso había que dar órdenes de cómo se cocinaba.
Yo pienso que es fácil porque desde que nacen estamos dándole un poco de cultura, ¿no? De ese tipo de cultura. Y la cultura culinaria es la mejor, que entra por la boca y eso no se olvida, el paladar, todo eso, el sabor de la comida. Y ellos lo van teniendo en su memoria, en su sabor, en su paladar. Y entonces eso no se lo va a olvidar nunca. Los frijoles que le hacía mamá, el congrí que le hacía mamá, eso lo van a tener ellos por el resto de su vida.
Sí, la verdad que si no fuera sido por mi madre, ninguna de estas tradiciones, ni recetas, ni cultura, ni costumbres, ni nada. Así que como madre ahora me siento responsable de pasar, pero en este desierto, santo Dios, es súper difícil. Por eso yo creo que aquí los cubanos no se quedan.
I do. I'm not as good at it as my mom. I still have to perfect her flan, but I can make the black beans and rice and the staples.
Your roots are so ingrained on you that you don't ever lose track of that. And I have tried to teach my son a lot of the things that we did and traditions and the fact that he grew up with his grandparents, maternal grandparents, because his paternal grandparents were German.
Would be whenever grandma was in the kitchen cooking, I would be in there with her, either sitting on the counter and playing with cans and stacking the tomato cans or whatever cans she would have, or playing with the pots or whatever. And so maybe that's why I decided to become a cook and make that my career, which is a lot of the fond memories that I have of my grandparents and food.
Another wave of Cuban immigration to the U.S. came in the 1990s during what is referred to as the Periodo Especial, or Special Period, when Cuba lost their economic support from the Soviet Union and faced a very bleak period where there were famine-like conditions with severe food shortages and little money to purchase commodities needed for industrial agriculture, such as tractors, gas, chemical fertilizers, etc. 3 of the participants explained the inequities that they experienced during this traumatic time. These narratives of hard times and food insecurity are understood not only by the Cubans who experienced them, but by those who still had family in Cuba. This is a very passionate, even traumatic subject to discuss amongst Cubans. Since the 1990s Periodo Especial, beef was only available on the black market or to tourists visiting Cuba. The beef that is available through the sanctioned retail outlets is often ground beef mixed with copious amounts of soy, which many Cubans feel is foreign to their traditional diets.
Todo el mundo la conoce, que la carne es inexistente en los mercados en Cuba y ya en la actualidad se encuentra a un precio exorbitante y no de buena calidad. Me refiero a la carne de res. Y hubo decenas de años en las que estuvo perdida de los mercados. Tan prohibitiva es que el cubano que sea capaz de, aunque sea propia de él, aunque sea su propiedad, matar una res, va a la cárcel. Eso está terminantemente prohibido.
La carne de vaca en Cuba viene siendo prácticamente es como inmencionable, es una cosa la cual está accesible nada más en las tiendas que se venden por divisa o las personas que padecen de alguna enfermedad que necesitan quizás las proteínas o los nutrientes que tiene este alimento como tal. Y de lo contrario la puedes adquirir personas que se dedican a robarse una vaca o matar una vaca en una finca, se la roban y después venden la carne escondido porque si los agarran, es decir, te meten más años por vender carne de vaca prácticamente que por matar a una persona en Cuba.
Llamaremos finca lo que tienen los pequeños propietarios. Son pequeñas parcelas que puedes tener vacas, pero puedes extraer la leche, puedes vendérselas al gobierno, pero no puedes matar ninguna vaca porque está completamente prohibido. La ley condena a una persona por matar una vaca a 25 años de cárcel, aún siendo tuya el animal.